At this point, your frame is fully installed and should look like this. Lay a mat on the ground with the safety labels facing up. 4 springs will be installed to help hold the bottom mat in place. Attach 2 springs to the mat and bottom rail opposite each other as shown. Install a 3rd spring between these two and a 4th spring across from it. It is okay if the springs do not perfectly line up at this time. Start at any of the 4 springs and begin attaching new springs every 3rd location, lining up the V-rings to the rail notches. Do not install springs at every location, as this will tension the mat too tightly to install springs on the opposite side. With 2 installers, work in opposite directions from the starting spring because the other 3 original springs may need to be repositioned. If a spring is difficult to install or remove, use a 2nd spring for leverage. The bottom mat installation is now complete. Lay the 2nd mat on top of the bottom mat with the warning labels facing up and install in the same manner. Now that both mats have a spring located at every 3rd V-ring, the trampoline should look like this. At this point, if you have a PowerBounce model, please return to the Install Videos homepage and watch the PowerBounce installation video. PowerBounce can be added to the trampoline at any time, even after your trampoline and safety enclosure are both installed. Continue in one direction by installing a spring in the first of 2 empty spots. Have someone install springs directly opposite of you to make this process easier. Install springs in the remaining locations. Begin pad installation by placing the 8 pad sections around the perimeter of the trampoline with the plastic T-anchors facing down. The center of each pad section should line up approximately with a vertical leg piece. Each pad section will be connected to the adjacent pad with Velcro connectors. Secure a Velcro connector to the bottom of one pad. When you connect another pad, make sure the pads are close together so the Velcro lines up. It does not need to be perfect, but it should be close. Finally, attach the 2nd pad connector to the top of the pads. Continue with the remaining pad sections. If pad flaps do not line up approximately with the legs, or the diameter of the pads seems smaller than the frame, adjust the spacing between the pads and reattach the pad connectors. To secure pads to the rail, pass a T-anchor between 2 springs and inside the rail. Wrap the T-anchor around the rail and attach back to the bungees as shown. Install the remainder of the T-anchors to secure the pad. Now it's time to install your safety enclosure.